drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense will have the first possession of the game. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw in the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
Line gets set, first down.
42, spot, check.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. The Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Fires on the move. It's caught. Still running at the 40. The expressway is wide open. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Michigan's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up.
Afterburners coming. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They want to throw it. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket.
Going for it all. And he's got it! Touchdown, Michigan!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Takes a handoff, and he's going right. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Hawkeyes in the hurry-up. It'll be a draw. Runs for the tackle. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. To throw, it's Washington. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quickly complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. He's going to pass. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Dumps it to the back. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Bobcats have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Central Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry up. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step one to get them back in the ballgame.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to go up top on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Handoff from the shotgun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Fights off a defender. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Back to throw, it's Washington. Finds his man down the middle. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. At the 45, on its way. like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is
picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Gets it out quickly. Ripping through the defense. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. That completion delivers a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Handoff to the lone back. And the Wolverines have a first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Well, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Running out of time here in the first half. They do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, the best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Back to pass, it's Washington. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw it again. He's got his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he
caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Iowa.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark his whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. A first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Sends it downfield. Caught at the 25. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're lining up to boot it away.
31, Iowa, 21.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding, receiving team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Looking for a man. It's Washington. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. One of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Iowa City. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower. And these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
So that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Using the quick game.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back.
Looking deep down the right side. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on them.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to star it. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Gives it to the back on the draw. At the 40, there he goes. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo.
Man, this guy's a playmaker. He does not need a lot of space. Really nice job that time letting the pass rush get upfield. So when he got the football, there was just green grass out ahead of him, and he made the defense better.
And when I got a guy like that, man, I just got to find ways to get him past the D-line, right? And then the draw play is a good way to do it. Let them run themselves up the field, and then you can see he's got some serious speed. A lot of speed in space is always a good recipe for offense.
Got a lot of running room. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Bobcats have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Central Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the fumble trickles out of bounds, and a big loss on that play. So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. Lofts one deep down the right side. Lowers those pads. Open runway ahead. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Iowa, 28.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
14. And your Iowa Hawkeyes will take over.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still...
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the beatdown has ensued. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. And thank goodness for those new age throwing techniques. It takes wear and tear off your arm because it ought to be tired by now, over 450.
This guy can throw from all the different arm slots and arm angles he wants, Reese, but the end result is always the same. Completions and touchdowns. This dude's a machine.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Plows through the defense. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return, it's long. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Dances away to buy time. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but what a job. To get loose and pick up that first down. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Brings up 2nd down.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They go to the ground. Fighting off the defender. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a second down play. Off play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Wolverines are flying down the field. Give to the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for 9? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after that completion.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw because he put it out in front of his big.
Just plowing down the field. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Off the RPO, complete. Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Washington. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And it's some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's just...
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
First down here for the offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looking for a productive play on first down.
29 Philly.
The snap sets up to throw. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive. Running toward the tape. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Get it out on the screen. At the 20, he's got space. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. How in the world did the offense retain possession? The Hawkeyes have taken it inside the 20. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. To the air, it's Washington. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Hawkeyes had it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got his man down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. The aerial assault continues. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Jukes his way for more. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Hawkeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. 3rd and goal coming up here.
Here we go.
Looking downfield, it's Washington. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there's some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio is getting hooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair filled with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 18 to Central Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Really nice, patient job to find some right. Junior.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting push and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Right back to the well. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, running back on the move. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last.